For the refined Libra, achieving mental and emotional equilibrium is a lifelong pursuit of symmetry. As a sign ruled by Venus, Libra finds its most potent healing through the sensory world, specifically the frequency of love and the elegance of the rose. In the world of leisure, this aesthetic appreciation even extends to specialized aromatics like the deadwood leather rose or the southern draw rose of Sharon, where the scent of fresh petals meets the grounding earthiness of tobacco. This connection is not merely coincidental. The rose is the ultimate botanical mirror for Libra, representing both the thorny wit used to defend justice and the symmetrical beauty that mirrors the scales. By integrating the frequency of 639 Hz, the relationship tone, into spiritual practices, Libras can harmonize their social connections and clear the mental fog of indecision. Whether through a Venusian ritual bath on a Friday or a focused rose-scented meditation, the combination of sound and scent provides a foundational reset for the Libra soul. As the blood moon rises on March 3rd, a lunar event known for amplifying emotional truth and illuminating hidden imbalances, Libra is invited into a deeper recalibration. Esoterically, a blood moon represents the merging of shadow and illumination, a moment when the Earth's shadow stains the moon red, symbolizing the confrontation of suppressed truths and the release of emotional residue. For Libra, whose life path revolves around restoring harmony, this lunar event becomes a symbolic gateway for shedding relational burdens, ending cycles of overgiving and reclaiming inner balance. The blood moon's red hue corresponds to the root and sacral chakras, centers of grounding, safety, and emotional identity, making this an ideal time for Libra to stabilize their energy and transition into a new phase of self-alignment. Survivors of emotional or narcissistic abuse with Libra placements often carry internal contradictions, the desire to maintain peace even when it harms them. The blood moon ritual becomes a safe, symbolic container for releasing these patterns and stepping into a more empowered version of themselves. Indigenous moon teachings across the East Coast emphasize community, gratitude, and spiritual alignment, and the article Honoring Traditions, an overview of Native American full moon. Rituals from the Lumen Nest describes full moon practices as moments of stillness, ancestral listening, and communal harmony, where people gather to reflect, set intentions, and honor the natural world through ceremony. This aligns with the Haudenosaunee Confederacy's 13-moon ceremonial cycle, where each moon is honored through prayers, dances, and stories that reinforce balance, gratitude, and the interconnectedness of life. Additional educational sources such as Indigenous Moon and the 13 Moons Practitioner Guide further document how many tribes across North America, including East Coast nations, use the moon as a spiritual teacher, agricultural guide, and ceremonial anchor, with each lunar phase carrying its own lesson about responsibility, renewal, and relationship to the land. Together, these sources show that full moon observances were not isolated rituals, but deeply integrated communal practices that blended reflection, storytelling, and offerings to maintain harmony between people, ancestors, and the natural world. The Lumen Nest article highlights themes of mindfulness, manifestation, and honoring the elements, which mirror the broader Indigenous worldview that the moon cycles guide emotional release, personal growth, and collective healing. Contemporary interpretations of these traditions continue to resonate with modern spiritual communities, where many survivors of emotional and narcissistic abuse are drawn to full moon rituals for their grounding structure, symbolic release, and emphasis on reconnecting with intuition, reflecting a growing cultural movement toward integrating ancestral practices into emotional recovery. Within this combined spiritual lineage, the Libra blood moon ritual begins by dimming the lights and placing a single rose, fresh or dried, near the heart. Playing 432 Hz softly in the background allows the tone to vibrate through the chest and ribs, grounding the nervous system and aligning the body with natural harmonic patterns. Visualizing the blood moon overhead, its crimson light washing over the body, helps Libra draw in Venusian calm with each inhale and release guilt, indecision, and emotional residue with each exhale. When the body feels settled, shifting to 639 Hz opens the heart space and recalibrates relational energy. Whispering an intention into the rose and placing it under the moonlight seals the transformation, echoing the Indigenous practice of offering prayers or symbolic items to the moon as a gesture of gratitude and renewal. What makes this ritual uniquely powerful for Libra, compared to other zodiac signs, is their intrinsic connection to balance, justice, and relational harmony. While all signs can benefit from moon phase rituals, Libra's healing is especially tied to beauty, symmetry, and sensory coherence. Their nervous system responds strongly to gentle, aesthetically pleasing environments, making rose aromatics, harmonic frequencies, and moonlight ideal tools for emotional recalibration. Survivors of emotional or narcissistic abuse with Libra placements often struggle with internalized conflict, the desire to maintain peace even when it harms them. The blood moon ritual helps them symbolically and somatically release the burdens of past relationships, reconnect with their intuition, and restore their sense of inner equilibrium. The esoteric symbolism of the blood moon, rebirth, shadow integration, and the ending of karmic cycles aligns with Libra's need to transition out of relational patterns that once felt safe but are no longer aligned with their growth. As the ritual continues through rose-infused cleansing walks, moonlit anointing, journaling sequences, and Venusian baths, Libra is guided through a sensory-based healing journey that mirrors both indigenous ceremonial principles and trauma-informed practices. These steps help survivors externalize emotional residue, reclaim their voice, and rebuild trust in their own decision-making. The final act of placing the rose under the blood moon seals the ritual with a physical reminder of transformation, an anchor for the new chapter Libra is stepping into, supported by ancestral wisdom, esoteric symbolism, and the timeless rhythm of the moon. You've been tuning in to Libra 1111 Egress. Share and like